everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Recess Season. My name is Alero, and I'm so excited and I'm not nervous. I'm mostly excited to finally kick this off. This is a dream that I've had since lunch. JK. But yeah, this is something I've always wanted to do, and the timing could not be any better because I'm unemployed right now. But yeah, very, very happy to finally be doing this. And I think this is going to be so good for me and for so many people, but mostly for me. And this is going to be so epic. And so before I get into the dates of what this podcast is, so let me quickly introduce myself. Again, my name is Alera. I've just finished my master's. I was an international student in the UK. And I finished my master's about 3 months ago, and now I'm just like in what I like to call my recess season, or what my aunts called my recess season. And I was like, oh my God, word. Like, that is actually a word. So, yeah. And so this podcast is going to be all about sort of celebrating. Celebrating seems like a strong word, but like um maximizing or like living the in between moments in life, like living that to the fullest. So, like, those are moments where you're not exactly where you want to be yet, but you still want to kind of fully like live and like embrace everything that is happening along the way. And so this will apply to anyone that's either like waiting for a big break or figuring out their next steps or just trying to survive this limbo that is called life, because it's quite unpredictable, I'd say. So this is going to be a space for us to just reflect. That sounds so deep, but just to like honestly vibe and make the most of this time, I would say, and just to like reflect, grow, and most importantly, have fun. Like, this is actually going to be such vibes. I know I'm probably even talking into like a what's that word? To like empty space, but this is going to be like very much vibes. And I like to think of it like recess back in school or like break time, where this it's not like the main event, but like there's still so much like fun and joy to be found in that downtime if you know where to look. So I will be looking on behalf of everyone, and I will tell you guys what I find. So a little bit more about me and why I started this podcast. Again, my name is Alero, and I've just finished my master's. So I'm in this transitional phase of my life. And like, to be honest, when I finished my master's, I had like big plans. Like, I thought things would fall into place like fast, like immediately. Like, I would get a job, I would like move into my own place and just start this like exciting chapters, like a girl in her 20s, like, girlhood core, as they say on TikTok. But then life has had other plans for me. Like, I'm here again in what I'm calling my recess, but it's only just recently that I've had that mindset shift on it being a recess. Like, since it's been like more like this is this is this is really something that I'm going through, because it's just a very weird in between space. And now I say it with like such levity. I don't know if that's the correct word to use, but it really, and I still don't find it easy. Like, as I was to say, it hasn't been easy, but I still don't find it easy. Like, some days I'm up, some days I'm like, oh my god, we're so down, and days again I'm like, oh my god, we're so up. But um, it really hasn't been easy. Like, I've been searching for a job for a bit, and I was getting very, very frustrated because it was like this next phase of my life that I've planned. Like, it feels so within reach. Like, it feels like I can almost touch it, but then it just hasn't come yet. And so there's been so many moments of like anxiety, self doubt, and just like a whole lot of overthinking. Like, I overthink on a normal day now, it's like times a million. And so, yeah, that was just like my vibe every day. Like, I was just very frustrated and just very like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm still here. Like, I can't believe this is still my life. Like, when do I start living this life that I'm like, this is the life that I think, this is where I think I should be right now. But then I was on my beloved app, TikTok, and I stumbled across an interview with um an actor, or the actor Tyler James Williams, who is my all-time fave. And the interviewer had asked him if he had any advice for anyone that's sort of in their waiting period right now. And what he said was, "You're going to miss this time." And I was like, I don't know about that. But then he went on to say how you're really going to miss this time. Like, this is the time for you to try out stuff. Nobody's watching you. You don't have so much to lose. This is your time to actually like mess around and find out, basically. Like, he now in his position, if he tries to mess around and find out, sort of, it would be very public. And I mean, to be fair, he is a public figure, but like he has so much more to lose, as with everyone that's in a certain position in life as well. But now, literally, this is the time to like do whatever, and to fail, try again, succeed, yada yada yada. This is actually the time to do all of that. And so I was like, like a word actually. And so that was like the start of my mindset shifts. And so I decided that like instead of like sitting back and just being stuck, like I would just be hunched over my computer every day thinking, oh my God, like I just have to get this job. Like this is going to just like change my life. But then in this time that I have now, I could be doing like a lot more. Like instead of putting that job on a pedestal, I can just do what I can to the level that I can right now. And so I decided to take back like steering up this boat. Like I was like, let me drive the boats, and to make this phase of life something that I can feel better about and feel good about. And yeah, that's basically what recess season is. Like this is just a time of, like my aunt told me, she said this is just like your recess, like a time to rest and just figure it out. And this podcast is basically going to be, it's just recess season. And it's going to be about finding ways to just embrace this waiting period and not make it seem so much like this is something that I'm in against my will, but to just like change our perspective and turn it into something way more meaningful and fun and possibly exciting. Yeah. So what to expect? Honestly, like I said, this is very much just vibes. I have the concepts of an idea and the concept of a plan for this podcast. But for now, my plan is that every week, or I should say bi-weekly, not me already like shifting the goalposts, but I will share a little about what I'm getting up to during this recess season. So either it's a new hobby I'm going to try because I have an ukulele that I got for my birthday in January 2024, until today, December 2024. That thing is begging to be practiced. Like I practice here and there, but then, man, I'm not where I should be. But yeah, whether it's that or like getting into reading and reviewing books more. I used to read a lot before like school sort of like took that from me. I still read like fairly often, but um hopefully now that I'm unemployed, I would, you know, give dedicate more time to that. And we could also do a bit of, reflections on like deep stuff, but that I think would be very unlikely because I hate to get deep sometimes. Like I'm very much, I like to be um what's the word? Just again vibes. Like this should be good vibes. But yeah, reflecting could be good vibes. And yeah, just like dealing with this impatience of like wanting to get somewhere like fast and just like staying motivated in this time and finding joy in the small wins. Yeah, because there's actually so much to still be grateful about. I would say like I always have to actively remind myself that, girl, calm down. Like I have to listen to this song Vienna by, oh my god, I forget his name now. But I listened to it and I was like, no, so real. It's actually so real. So yeah, just like staying motivated, staying patient, finding joy, maintaining like gratitude always. And yeah, I think I have so many exciting plans. And I think it's going to be so fun and so epic and so funny. And it's going to be amazing. And I don't want this to be just about me. I would like everyone to also like talk about what they're doing during their own recess. Like I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to. And I'd like to find out how everyone is making like the best of that time. So I'd like this to feel like a conversation, I would say. And yeah, I don't want it to be just me talking into a mic. I like to know what's like hobbies or adventures or like any small victories that are keeping you like grounded. And you can all like follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I believe I should have accounts up by then now. And I will also be sharing like behind the scenes content of like what I get up to. Like you will hear on the podcasts, my God, on the podcast first, and then I will be posting on my social media as well. So you can see that I'm actually doing these things. I'm not lying to you people. I'm trying my best. Yes. So I'd say if you found the concept of a plan that I have mentioned so far quite intriguing, interesting, inspiring in some way, make sure to hit subscribe and share it with anyone you think would relate to this, anyone who needs a reminder that this waiting period doesn't have to feel so heavy. So, yeah, share it to them, share it to whoever your mother, your father, your sister, brother. And let's just build this sort of community together, I would say, and just remind each other that life is literally what we make of it, and it's not the other way around. Like we would tell life, this is what I'm going to do. You're not the one that will tell me what to do or how to feel. And yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in to the very first episode of recess season. I'm actually so excited. Like I think this is going to be so good for me and for anyone really. And I hope as I go further into this is just going to be a space where we can like figure out things and make sense of things. Like sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, you, what am I doing? But hopefully this will make some sense of this time. And just like again, I would like remind myself that like being in recess doesn't mean like my life is on hold. It's just like a different kind of like time to play, sort of. Yeah, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'll see you next week. And until then, keep making the most of your recess season. Bye. Oh, by the way, my TikTok and Instagram will be recess underscore season. Oh my gosh, I can't, bruh. Yeah, find me there.